In this lesson, we'll cover some theory about tag management systems and discover what they actually are, how they fit into your organization, and why they can improve internal communication within your company. All and more coming up right after this. Hi there, and welcome to another video of measureschool.com, where we teach you the data-driven way of digital marketing. Now, last lesson we talked about how to install Google Tag Manager correctly. Before we dive in with actual tag deployments, I want to cover a little bit more theory in this lesson, where we are going to discover how Google Tag Manager fits into our existing technology stack and in our organization. So bear with me, the next part will be a little bit more fun because we get to deploy actual tags, but the theory is very important so you get the expectations right when using Google Tag Manager. As always, if you want to test your knowledge, then head over to measureschool.com/lesson3, where we have a quiz prepared for you. You can do that after the lesson to be sure that you have understood everything. We got lots to cover, so let's dive in. Alright, today we're gonna start out by discovering what is Google Tag Manager exactly. And Google Tag Manager is really just a tag management system, which begs the question, what is a tag management system? Well, let's go with a little example here. Let's say you are part of an organization that spans over many countries and therefore has many different websites. And you are a marketing manager and are asked to install marketing tags on these different websites. And marketing tags are really just these little JavaScript codes that you get from marketing vendors such as AdWords, Facebook, also Google Analytics, which ask you to install these JavaScript snippets in order to track the user behavior. And in the end, this data will help you to optimize your campaign, find out more about the user behavior, or if your user has bought your product or not. But in most cases, the marketing vendor first of all sends it over to the online marketing department, which is tasked to install this in order to get the data. But in most cases, the marketing department doesn't have the appropriate access to the website because it needs to be actually installed inside of the code. So they contact their IT department or a technical person within their organization in order to get this code installed. Now, depending on the maturity of the IT department, there might be some questions that might come up. For example, what is the function of the tag? Where should it be placed? Which data should be transferred over to the marketing vendor? And are there any exceptions that we need to handle? Or should we just install this tag on all the pages? So hopefully these questions get asked and handled before we start our actual tag deployment, where the IT goes in and places the codes on your website. Now again, depending on the size of the organization, this can take, in a small company, between a few hours to some days, or in bigger company, up to weeks or months even, because the marketing code might be a new requirement that comes up, which needs to be managed, put into the IT queue, and appropriately built into the platform, be QA'd before it actually appears on the website and is ready to transfer the data onto the marketing vendor. But even then, once the tag is installed on the page, you might ask the question, who is responsible for this tag? Now that it's on the website, what if we need to remove it or change it around? Do we have to go through this whole process again, which might be very cumbersome and time consuming? Also, there's no real documentation there. Who keeps tab on which tags are deployed? And how do we handle the problem of updating codes if we want to keep up with the feature set that the marketing vendor offers us? So there are a lot of headaches surrounding marketing tags, and with tag management systems, we have a solution to our problem. It would look like this. A tag management system would insert itself between the online marketing department and the IT, I would say, and help us deploy marketing tags on these websites. So how it would look like, the online marketer plus the IT department can take the initiative to deploy a new tag through the framework of the tag management system. Questions such as function, placement, data, and exceptions get answered by default, and we'll be able to deploy a marketing tag in a more timely manner onto our websites, which makes the whole process faster and more efficient. Once the tags are on the pages, we can divert responsibility for updating and managing these tags to the tag management system, which saves resources and makes our platform more future-proof. So all in all, a great solution for helping us manage our marketing tags efficiently on one or more websites. So how does a tag management system actually work? Well, on the one side, it helps us to consolidate marketing codes. So if you don't have a tag management solution installed, you have different tracking codes installed on your website, anything from general marketing tracking codes to retargeting and conversion codes, which will be transferred in a tag management solution into one container snippet. So you have to only install one container snippet, and through that container, we'll be able to deploy our different marketing tags, which by the way can also lead to faster loading of your page because they are loaded asynchronously. On the other hand, a tag management system gives us a backend or a graphical user interface through which we can manage and deploy our future marketing tags. So there are many useful functionalities which makes it easier and more efficient to deploy such tags, with templates, for example, being built in by default, a debugging console which lets us QA our codes, and a built-in user management to collaborate efficiently. But these are only some of the awesome features of a tag management system such as Google Tag Manager, and we'll get into much more detail once we start using this tool. So a tag management solution really helps us on the one hand with technical abilities, but also on the people side. So let's go first with the technical side. Well, here we have a consolidation of marketing tags. This will clean up our code because we only have to deploy one marketing tag, keeps the marketing requirements on the IT side separately from our application code, and deploys our marketing tags asynchronously, which can lead to increased site speed. We are also delegating a lot of responsibilities of keeping tags up to date to the tag management system with features like templates. And last but not least, we have a central management console where we can see and document all our different tags and understand under which circumstances which data is transferred onto the marketing vendor. But a tag management system helps with much more, because on the people side, we will see more efficient communication. We get everybody on the same page by using one terminology that asks the right questions for the right people. So we are all on the same page and can work together more efficiently. This is especially true for the tension that sometimes arises between the IT and the marketing department when it comes to deploying marketing related codes on the website. So a tag management system really helps us on the communication part, but also makes it overall faster and efficient to deploy any marketing related tracking because of the built-in features which can save you time and valuable resources on the marketing and IT side. Last but not least, Google Tag Manager gives us a little bit of a framework that we need to follow in order to deploy tags consistently. So it helps us to build processes within an organization, which is obviously also very important for consistent data quality. And I don't want to lie, there are different tag management systems out there besides Google Tag Manager, which differ in the types of integrations they have to marketing vendors, the convenience that you can use them with, and the overall technologies that they work together with. So I urge you to take a look around and see what other tag management systems can do for you. Now, I use mostly Google Tag Manager, and one strong argument that it is free to use. But the most important thing is that you have a tag management system installed and are using it for your tracking deployment. So there you have it, a quick overview of the theory behind Google Tag Manager that is important to understand for an effective use as well, so the expectations are set correctly. As always, if you want to test your knowledge, head over to measureschool.com/lesson3. We have a little bit of a quiz prepared for you. And upon submission, we'll send you some more resources that you can dig deeper into if you choose to do so. Now, in our lesson number 4, we're gonna actually get into the nitty-gritty of deploying tags with Google Tag Manager. This will be a little bit more of a tutorial part. So head over to the next video over there, and hopefully I'll see you there. My name is Julian. Till next time.